welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. It is the first episode in our Tag Tuesday series. And remember, one of the reasons that I started this is because we are having a tag challenge at Spectrum Art Creations. So the link for the Facebook group is in the description box below. Come join us and come have some fun. I will be posting at least one tag every Tuesday. Sometimes I might have some done up ahead of time that are not Spectrum Art Creations products, but I may want to make the tag for something else, and I'll be showing those too. But today it's all about Spectrum Art Creations and Alice's Tea Party. We're back with that Memory Place paper pack. But before I do that, while I'm doing the video, I have paper in the oven drying. This was red onion skin on the dot paper, and I got more of a yellow than I thought I would. The colors vary. So this is what I have going on in the oven. But today it's all about an Alice tag. And I'm starting with this Brad background from Bo Bunny. And I should have left me a plastic envelope over here to put these in, because the background sheet of this is what I'm using for the tag. Scissors, right in front of me. This is what I want to use for the tag. So, and because I'll remember these are Bo Bunny Brads until I can get them put away, I am going to put them back in this bag. So we're going to turn our paper down, or sticky down. And I'm going to put this where the Bo Bunny sign is on the front this time. And now, when I take these brads off, I have a place to put them. I love these. But I'm not going to use the brads. These are not necessarily, well, they might have been Alice. Land of Wonder brads is what these are called. I'm going to take them off. And if I can keep the brads intact without losing them off the cardboard, I'm not going to worry about flipping them back around. But like this one is 2 pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and wing those back out. And I'm going to sit down for this, because I can now that I have this figured out as to where to stay in frame. And have I mentioned how much I love my filming table area now that I finally have it in order? I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with the teal and gray Lazy Susan bucket that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Haven't decided if that's going to work or not. Like I said, I may wind up just going back to lining up jars across the back of my work table. But for now, it's working okay. I have lots of things at my disposal. It doesn't seem to be in the way too much. And oops, there's one that came apart, and I don't know where the brad for that one went. This one right here, I'll bet you, with the red on it. I'll bet you that's it. All these others are self-imposed brads, and they're not going to get in the way. I'm not going to lose anything. So I'm just going to finish plucking them off here. Now, of course, I have holes on here, and that's okay, because we can cover that up with the papers from the paper pad or with other embellishments. I've pulled out a pocket watch. I've got some mini playing cards. We're going to kind of collage on the back of this base, or on the front of this base, rather. Boy, these ones with the glitter, they're really tough. Now, I could put these in a brad box, but the problem with that is I don't want to forget where they came from, okay? So I'm going to open this back up, and I'm just going to drop these in here so I'll remember, just like that. And as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, do I really want the whole thing, or do I just need part of it? Nope, I think we're going to keep it all. We are going to keep it all. So I'm going to get into my paper pad here. Try not to lose the embellishments I have in there. I'll set that over here off to the side out of my way. Oops, I forgot some of these here. Cool thing is, if I do decide to use any of these brads, I already have the holes on here that I can do something with, but I think we're just going to go like that for now. And I want to do something down the center. So I'm going to flip through my papers here. I really wanted to keep this, and I have a pocket watch here that I can put on the center of one of those. Let's see, those are cut apart tiles. I don't really want to use those. That one might be pretty because it says Alice in Wonderland on it. This one says Tea Party. And get through my cut aparts here that have all my little bits and pieces on it. And these are the cut apart sheets that I took some of these other things off of, and I'm going to set that aside for now. That's Alice in Wonderland. More of the cut apart type pieces, though I do like that, but I also like these, the Eat Me and Drink Me, so I think I'm going to save one of those aside till I see what I have here. Okay, so there's that. And then there's these little mini ones. I'm not going to use the minis. And stuff here. I'll save those out. I do like that rose border. That one I like in the pastel, but I really think I liked it better in that darker brown. So I'll set those aside. Turn these and set these aside. And I'm going to clean that box out when I'm done, because I really think I want to use. Okay, so let's start by covering up something here in the center. So let's take and put the Tea Party up here. Let's start by doing Alice in the bottom, actually, because that's going to help us. And we don't necessarily need this part because we've got the pocket watch over here that I want to make sure I save. And I have a spoon to put up here. So let's figure this. And we're coming over to the teacup. So I need to cut this down to 3 inches. Turn this way so that the 3 cutting off the right side. So there's that. And I shouldn't need anything wider than that 3 inches, so we can close that up. But I'm going to put that there, and I think I want to put some lace on the bottom. I thought about not so much a lace earlier as this ruffle. But I don't want this covering this up, so I don't think we'll use this. Let's see what we have for white lace. White lace and promises. Okay, white lace. I have lots of vintage toned lace, but not a lot of white lace trims. I really don't want... And I have a lot of white lace that are wide, and I don't want anything wide on here. Let's try one of these that I got from Spectrum. Ow. Try one of these that I got from Spectrum here. This may be just what I need if I can get the bag open. Begin to think Maddie had sealed that. Oh yeah, this will be nice. This will be nice. So let's come in with my craft glue, which is the stuff that I get in the bottle from Hobby Lobby. And I think my brushes are still over here on the dry rack. Too soft. I think I do want to use this one. Let's use this one here. And I want to put my glue mat underneath, my silicone mat. Now I am going to lose the scallop on here, but I'm okay with that because this lace is going to give me a tactile version of that scallop. It's not going to just look pretty, it's going to have a textural element to it as well. I'm just going to swipe that across there, not going anywhere with that brush. And then I can come back here. God, it was absolutely gorgeous in the Ozarks this morning. I woke up to 60 degrees, I think it was, outside. I was okay with that. It could do this 60-degree mornings all summer long, and I'd be quite happy. Slept like a dream last night. And now today, as I'm recording this on Monday, I have the sheets in the washing machine. They're going to go out on the line to dry. Oh, I love line-dried sheets. Do you? Bob doesn't. He says it's like sleeping through 2 sheets of sandpaper. So, I don't get line-dried sheets when Bob's home. When he retires, that's going to be a rough adjustment. Okay. Now, I really want to cover those up. And then I can make this... an extension of that. I think that will work. Okay, and I'm going to dust this a little bit. With my inks and my thumb dauber. Because I wanted to stress that a little bit. I don't want it to be the starched lavenders and blues. I want to have a little bit of an aged texture to it. I'm just going to set that up the side because I have a feeling we'll be back to that. And then come back in here with my Tombow. Now, yeah, I could use my craft glue. Absolutely could use my craft glue. But I'm just want to run a bead of this along the edge. Just like this. And I'll scribble, scribble, scribble down through the center. I don't know what I'm hitting, but that bottle does not want to stand up. And then I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to raise that up a little bit so I cover that dot. Just like that. My water bottle. And my baby wipe. So this way I don't have to keep water on my work table. I just have to keep my water bottle up here. And that works out really nice. Now, I want this to really hold up here. But I'm going to come back and do this last because I also want to put, where is my, I need to find a new place to hold and hang my sample cards. I don't know if that's going to work either. I want to come in here and put a hole right in the center of that clock. So, and now this really needs an alcohol ink. Let me see if I have. Oh, the leg's a little stiff on me this morning. I've been trying to exercise more. I've got my, I have my black alcohol marker. And it's giving it more of a blue tint. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a huff on it and dry it a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and burnish it. And see, I don't lose quite all of it, but I do tone it down a little bit. I probably should have used the lighter black instead of the darker one on there. But that's okay. We're okay with that. I want to mush that down really, 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 really well. I'm waiting for my timer to go off. And when my timer goes off, I'm going to be done, whether I'm done or not. Because I'll need to go take care of that. Okay, so there's that. We're not going to, well, I do want to use the Tea Party part. But let's put it to where it comes up here over the top of this. So I want to go, let's do 3.5 by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take that 1/2 inch off first. And say 1/2 inch is going to let me cut into that. So let's take part of this off first. Cut the head off the Mad Hatter, and then I can come back in with the 1/2 inch. Nope, I'm still going to have to come in almost 1 inch. Okay, and then we said 3.5 inches. To do that. And see, now we can come in here with this. Well, that'll work. That'll work. I could have done the whole pop. Could have done the whole pop. In fact, let's do that when we've got another sheet of that. Let's come back and do that whole pop really quick. This one. Okay, so we want to actually come down 1.25 inches. Okay. And we're going to leave the Mad Hatter on there. And that'll just give us that. And then we need it, because I want to stay inside of that, so then we need the 3 3/4. Of course we do, because that means I have to take the arm out. That means I have to take the arm out. That's all right. We're good. Okay, now we can put this up here like this and let it show that paper. And I might have a key too. So let's start by covering this. Oh, and let's dust this. Let's dust this. It is Monday, and I'm going to be spending the day seeing how many of my videos for the week I can get done, so that I can spend the rest of the week working on my book, trying to get it finished up while Bob's gone this time, get the rough draft done, and then I can just take an hour in the evenings away from him to do the edits. Okay, now all my little bitty scissors are over on the other table. So what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to come back. And while that's still wet, I can slide it up just a little bit. I'm going to come back and take that off, but I need my E6000 right here. Yeah. If I can get the top off my E6000. I buy these little tubes. They come 3 or 5 to a pack. Whoa. And then you have to hurry up and wipe them off and cap them really quick before any more glue runs out. Otherwise they glue the lids on. Okay. And then I'm going to come back and lay that down right there. Like that. Okay. Now, I do have noise in the background. And notice I didn't tarnish the spoon, and I probably should have. And I may do that when it's dry and I don't have to worry about it moving on me. Come back and dust the edge a little bit. I really need smaller, so these will work. Let me clip this down. I have been fussy cutting stuff over in front of the laptop for the last couple of days, so that's where all my good scissors are at. And these are really small for me to manipulate. And I don't see my Stampin' Up! Scissors here handy, or I'd be using those, because they cut like butter. Okay, now I'm going to do this. And then we're going to dust this one off. And because it's got the teacup on it, I chose Drink Me instead of Eat Me. And we need to punch a hole in the center. And I've got the stray brad here. I'm going to use it. And really mush that down good. Oh, there's an idea. Let's pull those prongs back up and let's stick that through there on that teacup, just like that. And then we need to cover up a couple of other holes here. Just not sure with what. Those are going to be too big. This might be an idea. Might be an idea. We can come in along here like that. Dust our edges. Bring our flowers in a little bit. Heard my timer go off, and I've only got a couple of minutes on this timer, so we're just going to go ahead and finish this up as best I can, and then I'm going to have to go get papers out of the oven. And then I'm going to be watching one of Jody Fi's videos to see what we are doing for our color challenge on Wednesday. I'm making sure I get my roses going the right direction. There we go. Slide that over. And because this tag, that's background, has a slick surface, I have a couple of seconds to really slide that into place good. And then I'm coming back with my damp rag. Wipe the excess glue off. Okay. And then I think we need something here, but I'm just not sure what. I don't like the white rabbit up there. We already have Alice. Let's try the magic teapot. Do I have one? Let's try the magic teapot here. And I'm going to cut that out a little bit so I can come back in here. Now I realize we need fiber on here. We need a hole at the top for our fiber. And I'm good with that. But I want to collage something on here. And I'm going to show you what I brought with me here in a minute. But let's distress the edge of this T-card. There's my timer. Okay, what did I bring with me over here? It's buried. I brought these adorable little playing cards that I got from Maddie at Spectrum Art Creations. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to create a cluster right there. And I have a piece of that lace left. Guess all my cards came out. And let's do the queen. Just like this. Okay, and then this. And did I bring out the Jack of Hearts? If not, I didn't. Let's take the Jack of Hearts out of here. Oh, let's use the Jack of Spades. And let's use the King of Clubs. That way I have 3 different colors here so that they'll stand out, but we definitely want that Queen of Hearts in there. Queen, Jack of Spades, that was the one I wanted. These are super tiny. They are 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch. Yeah. Okay, so we have our king. Everything's sticking to my fingers. And I'm going to put just a little dab of glue right there. And put our queen on there. And then put another little dot right there. And put our jack. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to put some glue on this piece. And I'm trying to hurry because anything over 30 minutes and my phone will not let me load it up to Facebook, so, or up to YouTube. So I'm going to take and cut a piece of this lace off, just a little snippet. And where's my brush? And this is why I don't do a lot of craft with me videos, because I get to the point where I have to rush. And then when I'm rushing, my trimmers kick in full gear. Okay, and there will be our tag for Tag Tuesday, for our first Tag Tuesday. I have got to stop this video, but I'm going to come back and I am going to put a lavender whale tail tab on the front or a piece of ribbon, but I think I'm going to go with the whale tail. So that is our tag for our first Tag Tuesday video, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Remember to check the community tab for tomorrow to see what you need to craft along with us for this week's color challenge on the Craft Along on Thursday. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and creative blessings.